Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, by my side, through thick and thin, as he always is, the one and only whiskey mutant.
It's me.
It's Eric.
It's me.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
I'm happy to be here.
Me too. I've been waiting all week to get to this point right here.
I am a few days away from moving into my new house. I'm tired from the work that we've been doing on it this past week, but it's been
Worth it.
It's been worth it. This is the most work I've done on a house that I've owned, which is to say, out of the two that I've owned, this is the most work I've done on a house.
That's exactly how it ended up with me, because we had our first house. Then the second house was kind of like your situation, where I had a little bit of time before we moved in, and I was doing everything before we moved in.
Yeah. Lucy's been painting a whole lot. I'm finishing painting downstairs this weekend. Downstairs is where our new studio is going to be. So fingers crossed, all things go according to plan. Next week.
Did you move all the bodies?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually missed one. Thank you for reminding me.
Got it.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Next week is probably going to be our first episode in the new studio. So I've got a few days to kind of figure out some of the logistics for that. I know I had said that we would probably be there this week, just kind of as like a, hey, we're...
If they're just listening, maybe they think we are.
That's true. But if you're watching on the YouTube channel, the video version, you can see we are still in Eric's studio. But that, yeah, I mean, we could be anywhere. You don't know.
If you're listening, we could be behind you right now. No!
I turn around thinking we're behind us.
Who are you looking at? Wait a second. Who's behind me?
Oh, it's Satan. What?
Hello, Perry.
I'm really happy with that joke. That was good. Yeah. I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
Boy, I love being a turtle.
Yep, that's my catchphrase. Boy, I sure do love being a turtle.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, this is a very big episode with a lot of reviews. So we do not want to waste too much more time. We're going to get right into Sips and Snacks.
We are.
Which I planned out this week.
You planned it all, or you just bring the snacks and we're going to...
I planned it all.
Oh. You did it.
So we're starting with Reese's Popcorn, which is basically just popcorn drizzled in peanut butter and chocolate. But let me tell you, stuff's addicting.
Oh, I like it.
Once you get like a real good piece.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
They're really salty and then sweety.
Yeah.
Look at this one. It's a good one. Okay, yeah. I could kill a whole bag of this shit.
I had to be really careful with it last night because it was just sitting there and I was like, I'm a little hungry.
Oh, there's the peanut butter. I just got some more peanut butter.
So, what would you say this popcorn drizzled in chocolate and peanut butter is missing?
It's probably missing a little bit more salt.
I was thinking it was missing more like actual corn flavor.
Well, that's what I mean. It's missing the savory.
Yeah.
Not really. It's already sweet. But yeah, it's definitely missing kind of that buttery popcorn.
So I thought it would be too easy to go with mellow corn.
Way too easy.
So I wanted to go with a cornier bourbon with a little more proof on it. So Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
Your white label. I haven't had that in a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to like have a bottle of this again. But I think this is going to be just enough corn and just enough caramel to accent what we're missing and kind of elevate it to something completely different.
Let's see what the Perry Mutant can do. Ooh, that smells good. Man, is it still, what, $15?
Yeah, something like that.
Nice. Oh, I just had a little bit of the popcorn in my mouth, and that's good. There really is. I can't remember what other low budget bottle that I kind of get the same notes. It's like a butter toast.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
there it is.
Oh, I like that.
It kind of transforms it into kettle corn a little bit.
I was going to say, I think I get more caramel than I do like butter.
Yeah.
But there is a buttery toast note in there that kind of like you get. But I think you're right. I think it's like chocolatey caramel corn.
If I wasn't going to go with this, I would have gone with another one of the Heaven Hill bonded products.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about JTS Brown. I think that's a little too round for what I was going for. I needed something that had a little bit more corn forward for this pairing.
Oh my God, this is addicting.
Even just the popcorn on its own, man.
Oh, then you add this.
That's a night right there.
That's a movie time.
That's a whole movie. And you know what? That's actually perfect. Like, you go to the movies, if you could just get this for the movie, you take care of your candy and your popcorn all in one.
Do they have things at theater? Like, I know, I don't think, I feel like I've seen it before, but not around here. Maybe it's somewhere else where, like, instead of just butter at the movie theater, they have like other drizzles you can get on there.
Maybe.
I know you can like make popcorn like this at Disney. You can like do like a custom bag of popcorn, I think.
It is the most magical place on earth.
It is. This is good.
Oh, I'm really happy that turned out.
And now you have another bottle.
Yeah.
Of Evan Williams bottle.
That I have to move into my new house.
Well, you know. What is do you have something picked out for
I do not.
your first official day in there?
Mm-mm.
Maybe we'll find you something for you.
We need to work on that.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that, so update on trying to find Maker's Cellar Aged. I found a bottle again today.
You found it.
It was at a different store than the one before, and it was also $600.
My God.
I wanted to throw something.
My God.
They had classic tater bait store, right? All the allocated bottles. The Makers. Oh, by the way, there's a new DNA set from Makers that's out.
Another one?
Yeah. I think it's a new one.
What if it's like 140 proof Makers, hazmat Makers?
I would love that. And then like all of the Buffalo Trace products. I was like, how much is your stag? $349.99.
Just Stag?
Just stag, like not George T. Stag,
But like
Stag.
now it's not Stag Junior.
Yeah.
It's Stag.
What used to be Stag Junior. So, needless to say, I did not buy anything from that store. I walked myself right out, and I said, no, thank you. What have you been drinking recently?
Well, I recently just, speaking of Heaven Hill, I was at Heaven Hill the other day. So last Saturday, me and April had like a little like an afternoon where nothing was going on with the kids. So we went to Bardstown, and we usually hit up a couple of distilleries, see if they got anything, have some old fashions, and then have dinner somewhere. I don't know. Somebody asked, like, do you do tours every time you all go? And I'm like, no, sorry. I do not do tours every time I go to Bardstown, because then I would just do the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah, there's only like 6.
Yeah. And they're all the same. But if you haven't done a tour, you should. Either way, we started off, we stopped at Heaven Hill, got an old fashioned. Unfortunately, there was nothing significant in the gift shop that day.
What a surprise.
I thought they'd at least have the new ECBP. They did not.
I mean, we haven't even gotten an email about it.
They've had it, though. They've had it at the gift shop. I saw it on stuff, but it just wasn't there that day.
Of course not.
Because
they hate us.
They hate us. But either way, the Brothers Bar is awesome. It's like a rooftop bar thing they have there. Got old fashioned there. Went over to Lux Row. Got their little barrel aged lemonade that they have. Walked around Lux Row a little bit. Then we went to Willett, where...
Wait until you hear this story, folks.
Mm-hmm. So we go to Willett and sit down. We're going to have food there. Get the egg sandwich. They have new things called they have some new hush puppies there.
Ooh.
And they are so good.
Okay.
And we got like a little charcuterie board. So that was like kind of our lunch. Charcuterie board. And so I always, April gets a cocktail from the bar at Willett. And I get a pour of, I went with a 9-year-old. It was like the first, I don't remember.
A 9-year-old single barrel.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm going to be more specific. I went with a 9-year-old Willett Family Estate Purple Top single barrel. And this was one of the first, I don't remember. It was something like Island something, but it was basically one of the first 9-year picks that somebody did at Willett. And, if you do a pick at Willett, they keep a few bottles, put it on the bar so you can try it. So this is their own distillate. This is not like the old Brown Foreman bottles or Heaven Hill or whatever. So good. It was so good. But then, talking to the bartender there, he's taking an order, and he kind of goes, I hear him talking to somebody, and he walks over and he goes, you might want to go down to the gift shop right now. I was like, I was already there. He's like, you just might want to go down there.
I was just there. What
I
are
was
you
just
talking
there.
about?
There wasn't nothing there. I was just looking at stuff. Well, I was like, okay, see you later. So April was like, where are you going? I was like, I got to go to the gift shop. He just told me to go to the gift shop.
This was all just a ploy for you to get away from your wife so he could, kidnap her.
Then she's like, hey, this guy gave me his number and stuff. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Also, when did you grow 4 more heads?
But I go down the gift shop, and they're like, what you need? I was like, I heard I was supposed to come down here. And they were like, yeah, look what's coming off the elevator. And as I turn around, like 4 or 5 cases of Willett Family Estate Purple Top single barrels are being brought to the back of the desk there.
Everything starts moving in slow-mo like those old Hardee's commercials.
It's like, da, da, da. And listen. Like,
you know the ones.
Yeah, you know the ones. I have not... If you've been listening to this and you keep up, I was kind of in a slump of, been, not buying things and just been frustrated. I had not had a surprise like that with like a bourbon bottle like that I actually could buy. Like you've brought stuff. We've had good surprises, samples and stuff like that, but an actual bottle to buy in a long time. I don't remember the last time I even knew that they were still doing single barrel Willett bourbons in the gift shop. And so, yeah, I got an 8-year, 133 proof Willett Family Estate. And we will probably pop that on. It's over there. We will probably pop that on a Patreon episode coming soon. So we'll enjoy a little pop chicka wow wow with that. And so that was a very fun time at Willett. Got to play with the cat. I think that one I played with was Noah. They have a Noah, and then what's the other bottle?
Rowan.
Noah and Rowan.
That's
Those are the
amazing.
cats at Willett. And then we stopped at the gift shop on the way home to Wild Turkey, where I picked up something that we're going to review today that I was not aware that they'd have. So I had 2 surprises in one day.
And I mean, we can go ahead and tell them what it is, just because, I mean, you're already listening or watching the episode.
Don't tell them.
Fine.
No, I'm just playing. It's Wild Turkey, Master's Keep.
The Voyage.
It's the one piece.
That would have been perfect for a pairing.
Yeah. One Piece and Master's Keep Voyage.
That would have been great for Prepare Your Pours.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, after ranting about finished whiskeys for forever last week, and you heard my take on it, I bought a new finished whiskey. And then I bought something else, too. I bought just 15 minutes before we started recording the new 2XO Tribute Blend. So you get to hear about that as well.
Yeah.
And I've talked a lot. What have you been drinking?
Well, I just picked up on the way over here as well, the Maker's Mark Cask Strength 46, this year's edition. So we'll be getting into that for a review. On my live stream on Instagram last night, I went through 5 different expressions. 3 from Buzzard's Roost, 2 from Barrel. The Buzzard's Roost releases were Char number 1, bourbon and rye. They were both finished in char number 1 barrels. I think that's what that's supposed to be. Also, I'm taking these out so I can leave them all with Eric as well because I'm giving him homework.
Homework. My favorite kind.
Their single barrel that they released for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, which, yes, I know that happened this weekend. We didn't go to it. Like I said, I'm painting. I have a lot going on. There's no way that I can make it.
It's a masterpiece, too.
I can't just... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait until you see this one picture of a foot.
It's just bony. Long toes.
That's me.
Oh.
Anyway, this was their Distiller's Row series single barrel, 114.4 proof. I'm really excited for you to try that.
All right.
And then our friends over at Barrel, who just opened up their own facility in Louisville. Actually, Buzzard's Roost did as well this weekend. But Barrel is celebrating their 10-year anniversary. Haven't gotten that sample yet.
Oh, you know.
We'll see. But there are 2 new cask finishing bourbons. One, Tale of Two Islands, which is rebarreling. Well, it's bourbon that is rebarreled into the Isla Scotch barrels that had rum in them from a few years ago.
Okay.
And now it's finished with bourbon.
Okay.
I don't want to say too much about this to get your hopes up. This was my favorite thing that I had last night. And then their cask finish series bourbon in Amberana.
Everybody's favorite.
A really nice, subtle Amberana finish.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not one of those ones that just blows you away with perfume and stuff.
What they did, it talks about it on the back of the bottle. What they did was they finished it in Amberana, but then they took some unfinished bourbon and blended it in with that.
Oh, that's good.
So they helped it cuts down on a lot of the overpowering
Okay. I'll
Amberana.
get behind that.
on
I'll
it.
try. I'll report back.
Yeah. So and the other reason behind this too is that I feel like we typically try to have exactly what the other person has had. So at the end of the year, when we do our best of lists, we kind of are picking from the same group.
Is there something in this that would make your top 10, you think?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
And the reason is because I haven't, I usually at this point in the year have sat down and started to make my list. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Got it.
So during Bourbon Heritage Month, it's a good time to do some considering.
Got it.
So 3 big bottles
Review
to
time.
review. Oh, and by the way, in the middle of all of this,
Oh, yeah.
we are going to be doing a Patreon only, uncut episode only review. Actually, 2 bottles that will be reviewed in that.
So if you're on Patreon, you're listening, you're going to get more reviews.
Yeah.
If you're not on there, you can go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. You support the show. And at $5, you get all the bonus stuff. The uncut episode that we're talking about right now. Extra reviews, extra content, all that. $5 a month. I was going to say something funny, and then I just froze. I was going to say do it or die or something. And
Yeah,
no.
it's probably
Just
for the
go over
best.
there. Do it. Support the show. Get some extra content.
Where do you want to start? I guess lowest proof first.
It doesn't matter to me. We can.
I guess the 2XO. You know, I'm just realizing these are all 3 finished products.
Technically, they are, aren't they? Have we gone too far?
We're too much and we don't care.
So this is 2XO by Dixon Deadman, and this is the Tribute Blend. This is the 3rd release in the ongoing small batch blend series from 2XO, aka 2 times Oak. Each release is unique. The Tribute Blend recognizes my family and the mentors who have blazed a trail for me. Pay tribute to those who came before you.
I wonder if there's any 4 Roses in it. And whatever the Carter source from.
Sure. Here we go.
Ooh. And if that's the case, I mean, this is going to be pretty daggum good. But who's to say?
Who is to say?
We're going to find out together.
And we are pouring a little small today since we have
Yes.
so many things.
Also want to say for the video watchers, yes, we are again drinking Liquid Death. No, they are not a sponsor yet. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday, if you're watching.
All right. What's the proof on this 105?
104.
Oh, 104.
All right. And I think we'll save comparisons for another episode. What?
I was about to go smell it, and the way you started talking was like you were trying to keep me from... No, it was like...
No.
Like, we can't get to it until I finish saying everything I
was going to say, we could grab the other ones back there and compare, but I think we've got plenty to drink today, so...
Okay. All right.
Oh, what? What?
I am confusion. That is the weirdest nose from 2XO so far.
It reminds me of Willet.
It actually does. You're right.
Does, yeah. It's kind of got a funky, but like peanut buttery, but it is way different. Like, didn't we say on the last ones, like they were kind of the same family, but like you could tell like a distinction between the two?
Yeah.
This is like,
y'all. This is the cousin you forgot about. This is the cousin Eddie of 2XO.
Right. Not like he's fun. Like it's just a little different on the nose.
You didn't go and do all this for me now, Dixon, did you?
Okay, the more I get to it, I was like, I like this nose. It's a funky nose. It is a funky nose.
All right.
Yeah, funky peanut butter, not funky nerds. Funky peanut butter.
Think it is thinking.
That's what is that? What is in this?
Is this just a Willet?
What is
this only Willet?
Is this a Willet?
That tastes just like Willet.
This is peanut butter toast. Like funky peanut butter toast.
But I'm getting I'm really picking up on the fact that this was finished.
Like
in a second barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there is a lot more oak on it than Willet typically has.
I'm just getting funky peanut butter toast. Like a little bit of burnt toast with peanut butter on it. Like the peanut butter starts melting in there.
A little bit of banana too.
Finish just... What was that?
That's pretty dang good.
I like that. And I like that it is very different from the other ones.
It's just a Willet, man.
Yeah. If you love like a little bit of funkiness, a little oaky Willet stuff, like this is gonna be right up your alley. Oh, I'm glad I got this. Granted, I would have got one no matter what. But
well, yeah.
But this is good.
I haven't seen any reviews for this. Have you?
I think it just started coming out. Like I haven't seen anything. I want to get the. They do have a 2XO that's like a $50 bottle now.
Yeah,
it's like the for bartenders and just kind of on the shelf. I have not seen that one around here yet.
It's what's the Kentucky Owl? The
confiscated?
No, not confiscated. The lower.
Oh, the Wiseman.
Wiseman, yeah.
Oh. I know for a fact that
I've Kentucky Owl Wiseman of 2XO.
I already know it's better than that.
Talk about two products that I have no desire to ever drink again. Unlike this, which I really, really like.
Oh, this is so good.
This is the best Willet I've ever had, Dixon.
Damn. Oh, I like that a lot. Ooh, makes me happy.
Nose, palate, finish, and price.
Okay.
Each category is out of 5. We're going to do this for all the bottles that we review today.
Reveal.
The Prestige.
Prestige worldwide.
We went in two completely opposite directions. Final scores out of 20 as well. Nose on this is like a 3 for me.
This is a 3.5.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that's the difference between, like, I tend to gravitate toward those weird kind of funky notes, and
yeah,
I think you kind of ease into those a little bit, but I'd say a 3.5. I like it.
Palate's a 4.
palate is a 4
That's
as well.
a strong, decisive, in your face, and not going to let you forget about it 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Do you think that's like the whole tribute to who came before him, like the old school dudes who were just like, this is bourbon, let's put it in your face?
Maybe.
Mm.
But I'll say this, though. The best part of this whiskey is the finish, which is a straight up 5.
5 for me.
5 all day long, man. Golly, it is so long, and it just keeps like evolving bit by bit the longer that it sits on the back of my tongue.
I love this. Yeah, the finish, like
Golly,
I got like it was over for a little bit, and that's when I was like, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Finish is going good. I like that a lot.
That's phenomenal. Price, I'm assuming, was $100?
$99.
Yeah. Not knowing the age on these, I think, makes it a little bit difficult. But, I mean, knowing the quality of this, I mean, Dixon's got a proven track record, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4.
I'm teetering between a 3.5 and a 4. Kind of like you said, we don't really know what it's in, but I also trust Dixon enough. Comparing it to other like $60 to $100 bottles, this is one of the good ones. I would say if I'm trying to go one way or the other, I'm going to 4.
Yeah. So that gives me a 16 out of 20.
I think I was 16.5.
Yes, because you had only one category that had a little bit higher than me.
Dang, y'all, I'd get this.
Right off the bat, man. That is a strong start to this episode. And I wasn't really like anticipating one way or another or hoping what this would be like.
No. I expected it to be good, really but good. Honestly, like, I'll be transparent. I thought it was just going to kind of line up with the other ones, and it was going to be like, hey, this is good. Like, you know, it's kind of the same family. I did not expect it to stick out that much from the other ones.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is My Bourbon Podcast is brought to you by Walking Pad. Eric.
Yeah.
What would you say is the hardest part of being an adult with a full-time job?
Staying in shape, eating right, taking care of yourself.
There you go. The folks at Walking Pad are here to alleviate some of that stress. They are the only foldable treadmill designed to alleviate the pain of sedentary lifestyle and lack of exercise. And they say it's a must-have for many people who work from home. I work from home. I am in the same... Foldable. So not only is it easy to use...
You know how many times...
It's transportable.
I've had to put together a huge treadmill only to have it sit and then take it apart if I move or something.
Way too many times.
I might as well just throw it away. I wouldn't throw this away.
No. I think this is a great opportunity for people, especially like me, as I've been trying to lose weight, trying to get healthier, especially as I have now entered into my 30s. It's something that's at the forefront of my mind. And if you're like me, if you're like us, you live a slightly more sedentary lifestyle, something that you want to kind of alleviate, Walking Pad is here to help out with that. They provide a simple and convenient fitness environment, helping everyone to start a healthy lifestyle.
Sometimes I don't even feel like getting out of the house.
I
don't even have to leave.
It's tough to get out of the house and go to the gym sometimes.
It is.
And so, I mean, this is here for you. This is right here for you. If this sounds enticing, you can check out the link in the description. When you spend money with Walking Pad using our specific link, you are also supporting This Is My Bourbon Podcast. Thank you to Walking Pad for supporting the show. And thank you for supporting us, too, with, when you go spend a little bit of money with Walking Pad.
Yeah, thanks. This Is My Bourbon Podcast is brought to you by AdamandEve.com. Perry, you know what I like?
I do know what you like.
I love it. I like being an adult, and I like doing adult things with my partner, and we use toys. I'm just going to say it. And do you know where I get my toys from?
AdamandEve.com.
Exactly.
I have been a patron of AdamandEve.com as well. Look, it's just a fact of life. If you're an adult and you have certain encounters with people.
Multiple times a week.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Why do you want to just do the same old thing?
It gets boring. Sometimes you need to spice up your love life, and the folks at Adam and Eve are here for that. They have over 40 years of experience serving over 10 million customers with the best adult sex toys and adult novelties in the business. They maintain a sex-positive philosophy, and Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers nationwide. Satisfied customers. I would like to reiterate there.
I believe that. Yeah. This is My Bourbon Podcast is very sex positive.
We are sex positive. It's part of it.
Yeah. So
We're adults.
yeah, we're adults. We like to do adult things with our partners.
We have children.
We do. So you know what we did. And you know what? Maybe we used some toys when we did that.
Maybe. Who's to say?
Who's to say?
You're looking at the camera like we're talking to the camera.
I thought
right
I was
now.
looking. I did the same thing you did earlier.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
if you want to support the show and you want to support your sex life, go to adamandeve.com.
Yes. Use the link in the description below so that you can not only find some wonderful additions to your bedroom life, but you can also support your boys at this My Bourbon Podcast.
You can even be solo. I forgot about that. You don't even need
you
a
don't
partner.
have to. You don't have to have
You just
some-
like
yeah.
yourself.
Sometimes that's all you need.
That's all you need.
Thank you, Adam and Eve, for supporting the show. And thank you for supporting the show as well by visiting the affiliate link in the description. adamandeve.com.
Yeah. Are we back?
We're back, man.
Okay.
That was an experience. And as with everything on Patreon, no snitching.
Yeah, don't snitch.
No snitches. Because you know what happened to snitches.
Stitches.
That's it. Yeah, we just did a couple of reviews over there for the Patreon.
Yeah. Have fun with those.
Here's what I'll say, just to give you a little wet your whistle. We did not finish the pours that we gave ourselves.
That doesn't happen very often.
That's a very rare sentiment that we engage with. Anyway, let's get back to reviewing some stuff, shall we?
Let's review this.
Let's do that. Maker's Mark Cask Strength 46.
Oh, sorry, there was no cork pop because it's a screw top, which I
Screwy.
always forget there's water in that.
Oh.
Which I was about to just pull the f- out of it. When's the last time we had that?
A long time since we had the Cask Strength 46. I think the last time that I reviewed this was actually with Swan.
Oh, Swan.
So,
All right. Well, let's see. This is 110.1 proof. Maker's 46.
oh, that's pretty high for Maker's Cask Strength. $65 is what I got this for.
Okay. Good old Maker's Mark. They're having a moment They're having a moment right now with their
As we speak.
Yeah, with their cellar aged. People are going wild for it. People have lined up for about 24 hours. Probably.
I mean, if I didn't have a job and responsibilities and a wife that I wanted to, keep around,
hey, there's some people that we know that are there.
I just mean
You would be there.
I would be there.
Yeah.
But all of y'all are scuffed, so.
Damn. Damn.
No, I'm just joking. I love you guys. It's so nice to smell
nice
like
to be
good
back.
finished bourbon.
It's nice to be back in Kentucky. Smelling a nice weeded bourbon.
Boop, bop, boop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, boop.
Yeah. Little hint if you're not on the Patreon. We had a weeded bourbon or a weeded whiskey on it was not good. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is like leaps and bounds better than
Smells
that. I will say I don't like if we're just kind of comparing things, I don't like the nose as much as I did the 2XO.
Oh no. I can tell it's a weeded bourbon. It reminds me of Maker's Mark. I'm not getting that real like red strawberry kind of biscuit note on the nose.
Oh, you get it on the palate.
Okay. Oh. That is
It's good.
a weeded bourbon.
I don't think it's great. It doesn't drink like 110 proof. It almost reads to me like it was finished for too long.
So it has the French oak staves.
Yeah.
See, it does have it's kind of a too sweet.
Yeah. It's cakey.
Too sweet NWO. Like rich, really rich.
Yeah.
And I love sweet bourbons. I love wheated mash bills, but this is a little too sweet. I think that's what I was saying last week was I'm even kind of over the French oak.
You did say that.
Because
that
it
is the thing you said.
It gets too sweet. It gets to a point where it's too sweet. And I love my snacks and I love all that, but I don't like a dessert bourbon all the time.
Yeah.
I just know. I don't want that. I want to complement my dessert with my bourbon.
Yeah.
And if you have both, then it's just too rich, too sweet.
Yeah, this is
Not a big finish either.
This is kind of a miss for me.
I could see the purposes of this. Like, you've got it, you bought it, you got to use it now.
Mm-hmm.
But this would be a good, like you're filling your tumbler up with like a Coke Zero and a Maker's. That would be good for that. You could probably make a good cocktail out of this.
I think you could make a really good dry old fashioned with it.
Yeah.
Like if you really go more bitter heavy,
Mm-hmm.
Really try to play it away from the sugar. I think it could work. But as a neat pour, not a big fan.
No.
Not a great release. I think I liked the first release of this better. It must be the bottle, like the shape of the bottle.
Yeah, it's that neck pour.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Oh, I mean, because it used to be
the
private select bottle.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more.
Yeah, I think
curve.
I think the bottle ruined it.
Yeah,
So
they might have put a little bit too much wax on the outside too.
I'd say it's probably so. I
Yeah,
think Pete probably had something to do with this one.
Pete, they literally put you in a dungeon and like threw you away.
I don't care. I'm loyal to the brand.
They are family. Blood's
Yeah.
thicker than water.
But they make a lot of good products. We love them.
Yeah,
But
this was not it. Nose, palate, finish, price.
Nose for me. 2.5.
Yeah. Maybe even a 2.
I'll stick with the 2.5.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 2. I think the palate is a 2.5.
I'm gonna go 2.5 again.
Yeah. There's something bitter on the finish.
I don't like the finish at all. It's a 2 for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
I think
joking, it's a 1.5. I'm not going to do that thing where it's like, I don't really like it, and then I just give it a little score. No, it's a 1.5.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with the 1.5 on that. $65.
It's what
It
Maker's
is what it
Mark
is. Yeah. I mean,
After tasting it, would I pay $65? No, but
no, but I don't think that it's, based on their pricing structure and the way that we just kind of know, I lost my sentence there.
Cask strength Maker's Mark is what?
Like 40. Far superior to this.
This is maybe a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
Because I still think like there's it's hard to. There really is not a lot of good cask strength wheated bourbon out there right now at a fairly affordable price. 60 is a little bit high, 65, excuse me. But
if I was going to spend $65 on a wheated bourbon, and
will it pot still?
maybe.
Nope.
I'd like to compare it.
It has been a minute.
Wilderness Trail.
Oh yeah, Wilderness Trail by a mile, and then some.
even if it's not cask strength single barrel, if it's just the bottle and bottle.
My tattoo's healed up really nicely. By
That's
the way,
good.
Yeah, still got a little bit to go. I couldn't tell today if it was itchy because it was healing or itchy because the hair was growing back.
Because it's infected.
Oh, great.
I'm just playing. No, it looks good. It's just the dry skin peeling. It's going to be itchy.
Yeah. But it's healed up really nicely.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
I think it's 8.5 for me.
I give it a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
next time.
Got to take this back to your house, too.
Dadgummit. Can I leave the other ones with you?
No.
Please?
I've never said, hey, you forgot your bottles, because I usually just keep them, and if you get them later or I drink on them, you can have them.
Dang it!
You have that's your walk of shame.
All right. So this is the big boy.
LE season continues.
Yay! I have read 0 reviews.
I've read 0 reviews,
About
and
this.
I will be honest, 100% honest. I have been hesitant about this.
Yeah.
But I love Wild Turkey. I love the Master's Keeps. I've got it. If I see it, I get them. I try to get them all. But in my current state of finishing, I'm very nervous.
Yeah,
about
I am
this. I tried. I got this, and our good friend Bo was at the gift shop, and the other employees were there, and they were telling me all about it. And I was trying to be as nice as I could and listen while actually not listening because I didn't want to know any notes or anything because they were trying to do the normal thing. You're going, blah, blah, you're going. I was like, I know, thanks, I gotta go. So yeah, I got this.
Get the Benny Hill theme playing in your head.
I'm like, I promise. I appreciate you all, but I knew in my head I gotta wait. I just want to review this and
MICKEY-MOUSE.
So normal Master's Keep box.
Friggin' beautiful.
Beautiful
Presentation. Got a little bit of the
It's a
holograph.
hologram. It's not even a real bottle of whiskey. It's just a hologram.
It's not there. Oh, we truly are living in the future. So the Voyage is Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in Jamaican rum casks. 10-year-old bourbon. The casks that had the rum in them were 14 years old. And I'm pretty excited about this. 104 proof.
104 proof. Now I want to touch on something that I guess, oh, look, you can't even see me in the camera right now. That you pointed this out to me when we first started, and I didn't really think about it, but I've thought about it ever since. When I first started on the podcast, or
I know what you're about to say.
or even before, just listening, that Wild Turkey is usually the last brand to be doing something.
Yeah, so we'll know that Amberana is completely finished when in 2020, I made this exact joke on my live stream last night. In 2025, when they put out Master's Keep, Amberana finished.
Yeah. But this is, it's not the first Master's Keep that's finished because they had the Oloroso barrel.
Yeah, the Oloroso, the revival.
But I feel like this is the first like kind of different finish for, it's a rum finish.
Yeah.
Everybody's been doing rum finish. How long now? Forever.
A long time.
Yeah.
And now we've hit peak rum finishing because Wild Turkey has entered the party. This quiet little court.
Well, I'll tell you why. Probably because I'm so nervous with this cork because it's literally the freaking. Yeah. It's a bullet. Like you just hurt somebody with it.
You could have taken my eye out with it.
Here, you pour. I gotta rinse my glass.
Okay. Should we go ahead and talk price?
$250,
and that's up again from what it was last year, which was $200, I think.
$225. I think it's went from $200 to $225. It's $250 now.
Okay.
And I'm sure some places are going to be $275, $300, and more. But
$600.
This was $250 before tax. So just think of tax. It's after the distillery. Like I said up at the top of the episode, I hadn't bought a lot lately, and I literally bought 2 bottles this past weekend and blew my whole bourbon budget. So
for the next 6 months.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I am. This is the stupidest thing to be nervous about. I am really nervous about this one.
I am too.
I
mean, finished whiskeys right now are not like, and I'm not even saying like double oak products and things like that. I'm more of just like, other spirits finished and stuff.
You've hit saturation point with
I
finished
have.
products.
I'll be 100% honest. I have. So,
and to hear more about that, you can check out last week's episode as well. As I'm sitting here talking into the microphone, the video version is uploading to YouTube because I have not had good internet where I've been.
Well, I think that's good though, because I think if you listen to it and you're like, man, that was a good episode, it gives you a chance to go back and listen again, but you can watch it. So
Yeah.
audio version comes out, then a couple days later, video.
Maybe that's what we do from now on. Fridays, the video version comes out. Wednesday, the audio version.
I like that.
Okay, there you go.
Gives those long time audio only persons like a little bit to be like, I was here first before they did that. So
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll actually have good internet too in our new house.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
We just break the glasses.
We're like, grab.
That's like that reel I sent you the other day of the guy playing guitar on stage.
Oh, and he snaps the neck.
He hits the pinch harmonic. And I've had a joke about this for a long time. Where like on an acoustic guitar, you go to like push the neck around so that it like kind of gives a warbling effect, but then the neck just like completely snaps off. And like when I saw it for the first time, I went like I had a physical reaction to watching that.
Dude, me and you get backed up on so many like memes and like stuff we send each other. Like it's crazy. Sometimes I'll get on there and I've got like,
really do.
I got like 12 that I got to go through.
Can you do me a favor?
No.
Please?
Yes.
Thank you. End of conversation. What was the proof on the box?
106.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it was 104. And I guess just because the 2XO was 104. But
what if we got a variant edition?
The only single barrel of Master's Keep Voyage.
Like, that wasn't supposed to go out.
Thanks, Perry Russell.
Yeah, thanks, Perry. Look at him. There he is. I think we need a. I keep delaying this review because I'm like nervous.
I know, me too.
I think we need a Perry Russell's Revenge Part 2.
Oh, we definitely do.
It's time.
And we need a Perry meets Pete.
Pete versus Perry. It's like Jason versus Freddy.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Enough to let people are like, what the? Get to it.
I'm sorry.
This is Wild Turkey's one of Wild Turkey's.
This is the thing. Yeah, I mean, this is the big review this year for Wild Turkey.
All right, here we go. Oh, thank God. Thank God. It does not just smell like rum.
It smells really good.
I was worried I was going to smell it and it was just going to be big rum bomb in my face, and it is not. Okay, now I can get into it.
Dude, it smells like the beach.
It smells like Wild Turkey 101 on a beach.
It really, really does.
Because I think both of us, like when we go on vacations and stuff, like
that's my pool beach pour.
And it's kind of salty. Like, I won't lie, it's kind of salty.
There's a savoriness to it.
But there's like that kind of dark cherry, cinnamon, turkey. It smells like Wild Turkey 101 that's a little older and you're on a beach. It's a salty smelling, beachy Wild Turkey 101. Oh, thank God.
I really like the nose, man.
I
really, really like the nose.
I told myself, if I smell this and it just smells like rum, I'm going to be pissed.
Here's something I want to bring up too. We do a lot of reviews on the show. I think it's easy for people to think that we have either been told that we have to review something a certain way, or that there is any kind of bias towards things. Yeah, we do have a bias towards products, especially ones that we have a history of loving.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it all gets down to the way that we have experienced it in that particular setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, this could just be not for you. This is our review of this.
Yeah.
And
this was me walking into the gift shop and pulling out my credit card and paying for this myself.
I didn't make a payment on my credit card.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. Oh man. The good thing about this too, and like I know that there's an oversaturation of bourbon content and everything. A lot of you people who have stuck around with us for a long time, your palate lines up with what ours typically does.
Or at least you know what we like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're being honest. We're not blowing smoke up anybody. This is just how it goes. So, take it with a grain of salt or hold it as holy word. I don't care. I can't make you think or feel a particular way.
This smells like...
Smells great.
It smells like a good wild turkey product. You're just on vacation.
I just want to go to the beach, man.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Dink it and sing it.
Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, man. Is that chocolate? Like
chocolate covered pineapple?
You may be onto something.
Like pineapple fondue.
Or like
chocolate.
A pineapple upside down cake with like chocolate icing. Like it was weird. It was like it hit me like kind of burned a little bit. And then I got like a pineapple. And then toward the finish, I was like, is that chocolate? So,
wow.
Yeah. The rum, with what little rum I have experience with or other rum finished things, reminds me of like pineapple or like a sex on the beach type drink or something.
Kind of, yeah. A fuzzy navel.
You get that. But then there's also this chocolate note on it that's like tops it off.
It's very...
But it's still bourbon-y.
Yeah.
Like it's not rummy, it's bourbon-y.
Yeah. It's very decadent, I think is the word that I'm looking for. Like it's full bodied.
It's thick.
It is so thick.
Very thick.
With 3 C's.
Oh, triple C thick. Oh.
Dude, this is excellent.
I love this.
I do too. I'm
And I think the
very happy
excitement
with this.
and the worry, everything, like the emotions coming around it, Master's Keep is always one of our favorite things. And I was actually kind of worried about this. Like Master's Keep 17-year-old turkey. Like, you think I was worried about that? No. The last one where they blended rye and bourbon together.
Oh, Unforgotten.
You think I was worried about that? No.
I was a little worried.
I still knew that turkey had a great rye product and turkey had a great bourbon. So
Decades, 10 and 20-year-old bourbon blended together.
Yeah.
I was not worried about that
The
one.
bottle
I knew
and
I was gonna
bond.
love it. I have soured on the bottle and bond over time, man.
Really?
Oh yeah. I don't know if it was my particular bottle or just I don't know. But that first experience with it, this is kind of an aside, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like when we first tried it, that experience is not indicative of the way that I feel about it now.
Right. Okay.
It's I'll go back and try it again whenever I get everything unloaded into my new collection space, which I'm super excited.
But going into it, you were like excited. You're like, oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm saying this
100%.
This was one of the first times because I don't think I don't even have this one, and I don't think I was like in tune with everything when the Oloroso, am I saying that right? Oloroso came out. So, I wasn't really thinking, but now with our current state of finishing this and that and all that, like I was thinking like, I just hope this doesn't just taste like another finished whiskey and it's overpowered by rum.
Have we talked about how I got my bottle of Revival?
Was it like from another country or something?
Yeah, it was Lucy's uncle who is a
I feel like
pilot.
I remember you getting it, but I didn't know how you got it.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever even really talked about it on the podcast, but Lucy's uncle is a pilot overseas, and he was just in duty free, I guess, and he found it. He found a bottle. This was last year.
If you're listening to this and you still see some random Master's Keep from before
2020,
what's the rye?
maybe?
Cornerstone?
Yeah, that was 2020, wasn't it?
Okay, I have Cornerstone and on. Anything before that, if you see it like hanging out somewhere, please message me or do something. I want to like have them all, and I've got everything from Cornerstone on.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'll take a bottle of Revival. I'll take whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point was, this was probably the first time I was kind of nervous about one, just because of what I currently feel about whiskey.
Yeah. It is funny though when bottles start in Kentucky, go overseas, and then make their way back to Kentucky, and that's how that's happened to me multiple times.
Oh yeah, they make it, they ship it to another state, then you end up getting it back, and it's like, it took me that long, and you literally live 45 minutes from Wild Turkey.
Exactly. That always cracks me up. I haven't had a second sip of this yet.
It gets better. It may be a little spicier on the second sip, actually.
I'm getting more of the tropical fruit now.
Mm-hmm. It kind of like, I don't know what the proper term is or wording is. Like, I feel a lot of it in my cheeks, like the side of my tongue and in my cheeks.
Yeah, I do too.
A lot of spice. I love the finish.
This is excellent bourbon.
It's very good.
Yeah. I mean,
very good.
It's not quite on the same level that the Four Roses 135th is.
No.
But it's really good.
For an expensive bottle, I'm completely relieved and okay. And I'll get more into that later when we do the thing.
I'm very pleased with this.
I'm very happy with this, and I'm very relieved that it didn't come off as too rummy or too finished or fake or whatever. Like, I guess there's a reason they take their time to do this stuff.
Yeah.
They did it good.
They did.
Eddie, Bruce,
Jimmy,
whoever
to some extent,
whoever's in this process, I think you did it good, and you took your time, and I'm very happy with this bottle right now.
Yeah. All right. This is our last review for the episode. Nose, palate, finish, and price. Once again, each category is out of 5. Final score is out of 20. Nose is a 3.5 for me.
It's a 4. I think the main thing is it takes me to like another place. Like, it really whether it may not be the most complex nose, but it really makes me be in the headspace of like, I'm on the beach and I have my Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
Palate's really good. Palate's really
This
good.
is honestly, and this is not to take away from anything that is unfinished from Wild Turkey. This is one of my favorite Wild Turkey products I have ever had.
That's big.
I mean, at least in like modern times.
The current stuff.
The current iteration of what they're producing.
That's big.
4.5.
Ooh, I was gonna say a 4.
It is up there for me, man. I mean,
it's great.
I am so wildly impressed with this.
Pineapple and chocolate, man. Pineapple upside down cake with some chocolate drizzle or icing or something.
You know what I think really shows with this, and you're right. Yeah, it is important to note that they're taking their time for a reason. I mean, this did not just happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's a 10-year-old product, but then it's a 10-year-old product that has gone through so many steps of, is this the right amount of time? Is that the right barrel? Are we, adding too much water? Are we not adding enough water? Like, it's just, there's so many things that go into this. This has like all of the feeling at least on the palate of being very well crafted whiskey.
Yeah, I agree.
There's care and there's attention to detail and love.
Yeah,
I feel like has gone into this.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. What about the finish for you though?
5. I love the finish more than palate.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 again.
I think the reason I didn't get didn't give the palate as high of a score because once again, right now, like that finish like brings out even more pineapple and chocolate and like spice and stuff like that. And I love the finish on this thing.
Yeah.
Love the finish on this thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's incredible. And that's the he's going back for another pour, folks.
Yeah.
That truly is what keeps pulling me back to wanting to drink more of it. It's not just what's happening within the bottle. It's just the experience of it. It's the headspace that it puts me in.
Yeah.
And everything.
Exactly.
Again, $250 is a lot.
It's a lot.
I am willing to give it a little bit of wiggle room because of the craft and attention that I feel like went into this. But 10-year-old bourbon finished in rum barrels is not exactly rewriting the playbook.
No. They were nice enough to tell us that the rum barrels were how old?
14.
14-year-old.
Yeah.
So, honestly, before I say the score, like the price is probably my lowest score. Not only because, like, I feel like, I mean, technically you can go to a ton of other brands and get a rum finish thing for cheaper. I do expect to pay $200 and above for Master's Keep.
Yeah.
But I still don't like that it's crept up more. When, I mean, I got to be honest, I don't remember the prices when they went up and down and all that stuff. But the fact that I might have paid a little less or the same for a 17-year-old Master's Keep,
Yeah.
that's just hard for me. And I'll be honest, like I love the brand, I love this, but you know, the price for me is a 3.
I'm also going to give it a 3.
I think you're going to expect it. I was going in there knowing it was going to be around that much, but I was buying it anyway.
Yeah.
Do I agree? No.
I would not pay more than $250 for this.
Yeah.
$250 is like the ceiling
Right.
of what I would at all anticipate to pay for this. So
Please don't make them go higher.
please.
Please.
15 out of 20.
15 out of 20. Is that right? I think so.
Yeah.
For me, I was trying to make sure I added it up. I think, like you said, you got the extra $250. You see it, don't let it sit. Like you're not going to be disappointed. There's my ear. It's a Master's Keep.
Yeah.
You know what you're paying for, and I'm not mad. I need to make
I'm
sure
not
I
either.
send you home with a sample.
I appreciate that.
I'm just relieved.
Yeah.
I'm so relieved that
Yeah,
I
more
wasn't
than-
like,
more
no,
than
this
anything."
tastes like rum.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what kind of kills me about this, though? Knowing how expensive this is, but still wanting to put it in like a cocktail that you would normally put rum into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that would be a really fun experiment.
I mean, I would be willing to do that if we did it like one time.
We could do like half of a cocktail
Yeah.
so that it's not using up
Yeah.
too much of the actual product in there.
That's
But
good though, man.
it is really good. Thank you so much for getting it as well.
Well, thank you for having it with me.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking a sample of it. What?
Okay.
Okay.
I love when things just fall apart at the end of an episode. But we haven't completely fallen apart just yet.
Never.
We've got a barrel ring.
Oh. If you
And-
want to call. Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No, you go.
I'm just happy right now.
Go ahead. Ride that high.
If you want to call us and leave a voicemail and we play you on the episode, and then we reply back to you, you can call
859-428-8253. There's an echo in here.
Who we got? Is it Bill Robar?
It is Bill Robarge.
I knew it.
What's going on, boys? It's Bill. Listening to your latest episode talking about have we gone too far? And I know that definition is kind of hard to put there, but I think I have one. The definition of have we gone too far with bourbon is when the lines are blurred on what bourbon is.
Okay.
Now, hear me out. This happened in beer, right? There's these slushy beers. I know Eric loves them.
I do.
Heavily fruited sours. And I can't tell you how many times I've given one of those to someone, and they're like, this is beer? And that's the line. When someone can't figure out, is it bourbon or not, we've gone too far.
Oh.
All right, boys. Thank you so much for having me on all the time. I know I'm like one of the only people that call in. I'm hoping others will follow suit. There's no such thing as stage fright when you're just talking into the nether regions of time and space. Okay, that got weird. All right, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, Bill.
That was one of my favorite barrel rings we've ever gotten. That's up there with This Is Charlie Brown. Why did you call here?
Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, horribly. But no, I think I appreciate Bill calling like he always does. And yes, I encourage everyone to call. It's honestly you just leave a voicemail. It's not hard, and we'll play it. But
Just like this.
another one?
No.
Oh, you got Charlie Brown.
This is Charlie Brown. Why did you call here?
This is the angriest old man.
This is Linus. Charlie, I've been trying to get a hold of you.
You remember he called us back and didn't actually leave a message?
Yeah, he just called.
I think he just had like old man grunts. Or just hung up. This is Charlie Brown. Why did you call here?
That's probably one of my favorites.
That is the best one. I like Bill's definition though of
I was gonna say I think that's a good way to put it.
yeah, and I think that's a better way of saying what I was trying to say last week, which is just keep pushing it until we don't until we have gone too far.
When you're tasting it and you're questioning what even the base element is, then that's probably when you've gone too far.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
So
Like
I don't have any problem with that.
like our review we just did, I could still tell that this was bourbon.
Yeah.
So I think they did it just right.
I want to before we get to high proof hot takes, we have a couple stories that need to be told. One involves you, the other one does not.
Oh yeah.
So I want to tell the one that doesn't involve you first because it kind of goes into tips and bits as well. But it was just a fun experience that I had, and like the way that I framed it for you was like something bad had happened. It had not at all. It actually was a really positive experience. So I'm trying to get internet set up for our new house. We have MetroNet. I don't know how widespread MetroNet is, or if you even know what that is.
Well, I've got it. My neighbor has it, but I don't have it. And they said, you're not hooked up. And I said, why does my neighbor have it? And they were like, I can't tell you that.
Well, I was specifically saying that to the listeners,
Oh, I thought you were
not to
talking to
you.
me.
I know you know what MetroNet is.
Oh, yeah. I've had my share with MetroNet.
So what, you have Spectrum
Yes.
then? God bless you.
I know.
It's
you
a
don't
it's
have
a
to
mess.
tell. You don't
it's a
have
mess.
to tell me
I know.
anything.
I know. Well, I had Spectrum for a long time, and then I couldn't deal with it anymore. So,
all right, tell me about MetroNet.
So, I had an account with MetroNet at our old house. Because it was inactive for 2 months, the account got deconfigured. So internally, basically, what that means is that account is dead. Right?
Your old account.
My old account.
Yeah.
So I went to go set up an appointment for them to come out and set up our new internet. And I tried to, because my assumption was that because that old account was dead, I could use my same email address. And I couldn't because it said it was already in use.
Got it.
So I spent 45 minutes on the phone trying to figure out what the best solution was. And I got to customer service first, who said, I need to send you to new sales, who will help you with that.
Okay.
New sales said, I need to send you to IT. I was like, okay, great. That's fine. I wasn't upset. Like, I didn't, at no point in this experience was I like frustrated.
Right.
Got sent to IT, or so I thought, because after 30 minutes on the phone with this nice gentleman, found out he was just another customer service representative.
I'm just doing my job, man.
The thing is, though, he was super helpful. I mean, like, he was communicating back and forth with IT and like seeing what could be done for my account. And it wound up that essentially the end of the story is that they were able to merge the two accounts.
Okay.
So even though one of them is inactive, they both like are under my same email address.
Got it.
Now, all is well and good. So, I mean, like I said, we were on the phone together for 30 minutes, and a good portion of that was silence because we were just waiting for answers from
Did y'all talk about
IT.
personal stuff?
Yes. Clearly, he was working from home.
Okay.
You could hear his kid in the background.
Okay.
He starts talking about the way that his son was stacking his White Castles. He was like separating the burgers from the fries and everything. I was like, buddy, that doesn't ever change. Like, I still do that and I'm 30. He was like, oh, I just turned 32 in July. I was like, well, that's crazy. You a Star Wars fan? You been keeping up with Ahsoka? He's like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Episode 5 was incredible.
Oh, I'll talk about that later.
And actually, my son's name is
Ahsoka.
Anakin.
Oh. He named his kid Anakin.
He named his son Anakin. He and his wife were trying to figure out a name, and he suggested Luke. And his wife was like, oh, you just want to name him Luke so you can go, I am your father. I was like, that's pretty great.
So he named him Anakin?
Well, he suggested Anakin, and his wife was like, oh, I love that name. And a couple weeks went by.
She didn't know.
She didn't know. A couple weeks went by,
Smart.
and then he told her what it was, and she had already fallen in love with it.
Yeah.
So, like, his name's Anakin. Now, here's the crazy part about all this.
His name is Yoda.
That would be really fun. His Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Everything gets resolved, closing up.
He
was like,
exchange contact information.
just give me a second.
Oh my God!
Just give me a second. He goes, man, this was actually a really nice phone call. I hope you like. He was like, not that I want you to have issues with your internet, but I hope I get to talk to you again. I was like, well,
wait a second. We gotta. I'm gonna pause this story.
Okay, it was a little weird.
I was going to say
It's a little weird.
that's a little much. If you say, I hope we get to talk again.
Well, here's the best way that I know to resolve that situation.
Okay. You changed your address.
Why don't you listen to my podcast?
Oh.
So we've got a new fan and listener of Timbip, all because I had these internet
Anakin's
issues that
dad.
needed to be removed
Anakin's
or resolved.
dad.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay.
So he went and watched our Wilderness Trail
Does he drink whiskey?
review. Yes, he does. He's from Kentucky.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can you send me some deals on Metronet? Because I'm having a horrible time with Spectrum right now.
It's the worst.
I've just
It
got
is
sent a new modem and it still doesn't work right.
Yeah, of course. But shout out Casey. Thank you so much for all your help.
Casey, shout out.
And thank you for being a new fan of the show. I was like pitching it to him. I was like, yeah, we do nerd stuff as well. It's not just it's not just
It's true.
bourbon.
I'm going to talk about Ahsoka
But,
in a second. So.
Dude, I have so many things to say about that episode of Ahsoka. But so the other funny thing that happened this week actually involved you.
It was.
Me.
It was me.
I was at my mother-in-law's house. I was sitting with Eden. She was watching a fairy show or movie or something. And I just got on my phone. And your new 69-second review with the Whiskey Mutant video came up. And Eden looked over at my phone and she goes, Daddy, and the way she says your name is Eck.
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 Yeah.
I was like, that is Eric. Do you want to talk to Eric? He goes, yeah. I was like, okay, let's see what he's doing. So I FaceTime you. And it took me a grand total of maybe 5 seconds to realize where you were.
I was pooping.
You were on the toilet.
Yeah.
And Eden was none the wiser. But you and I shared a moment that I don't think can be replicated, but was one of the funniest things. To just see us both realize what had happened.
Well, the reason I answered was because I thought it was just you like going to tell me something. So I was like, I'm taking a shit right now. This is going to be funny. It's going to be Perry. It's going to be weird and like gross. And then all of a sudden Eden's face pops up and I turn into like uncle parent mode. And I'm like, oh, hey, sweetie, what's going on? And then it takes you a couple of more.
What I did was I looked at your face. I was like, that's a weird angle. I looked to your left, my right, and I saw the bathroom lights above the vanity. And I just went, oh. You started laughing. You put your head in your hands.
Yeah. I tried to get like a really good close up. I was like, what are you doing? And I just talked to Eden for a little bit while I was on the toilet.
And then I was like, all right, talk to you later. Bye.
It was the most like well-timed thing for us. So one day when Eden gets older and she's a teenager or even a little older, we're going to tell her about the time she called Uncle Eck and he was pooping. So that was a fun 1 minute last week.
God, it was so funny. High proof hot takes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know how you get suggested stuff all the time on social media and all that? I'm done with it.
Me too.
I'm done with it because half the time I hate it. But
the algorithm is a mess.
Listen, the Bills, it's NFL season. The Bills lost. It was horrible. Papa Ritter, congratulations. You made it clear that you are a Jets fan. You won. We
but they lost their quarterback after 4 plays.
And their little crappy quarterback still beat us. But
here's the thing. I am willing to give the Bills a pass because their little crappy quarterback had to go into overtime.
That's true.
To beat you all, which means that more than likely
Rodgers
what happened
would have killed us.
Yes.
Which
means more than likely what happened is that your team was tired.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm willing to give them a pass. Not the win necessarily, but at least the pass for the situation.
But my whole week on Facebook and Instagram has suggested things to me from other teams' pages giving my quarterback shit. So, yes, I've had to watch memes and videos and interviews from other teams saying how bad that Josh Allen is, when I'm like, he had a bad game, he was immature, it was just bad decisions. It didn't suggest the things that I wanted to hear, which was like, we're going to come back this week and all that. It suggested everything that just made me mad. So I'm
sorry, but that's really, really funny.
Everything has been negative to me. Just because I'm a Bills fan, it suggested everything negative. So I'm over the suggestion feature of social media.
So I kind of want to piggyback off of that too and say, I'm over the suggestions. Specifically for me, like, I want to get on Instagram on like my personal account and I want to watch like people playing guitar.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to watch guitar videos. I'm just, that's just how I am. You watch like 2 John Mayer guitar videos and the algorithm thinks you want to see the John Mayer Stan accounts, don't you? You want to see all his quirky little moments during interviews when he's like us. He's just like us. I don't care. I want to see his guitar playing.
No, they want to see all the other stuff now.
I will say there was one that was really funny that popped up for me, and it was like POV, this guy is your Tinder date. And it was a shot of him in like a food court talking about Jerry Garcia's guitar playing in the Grateful Dead. And that made me laugh a lot. So at least like that.
You're like, okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah, like that was funny. But otherwise, I'm like, I just can't do it. I think largely I'm just kind of over celebrity.
Yeah.
You know, like the concept of celebrity. It just annoys me anymore. I'm worn out with it. But tips and bits. This is where we recommend things for you to watch, listen to, check out, read, whatever. And also where we kind of review some pop culture things that we've been enjoying. So we're going to talk about Ahsoka episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get there, I want to follow up last week real quick. I found at the moment, right for me, collected edition of Dragon Ball Z. They're called Viz Big 3-in-1s. They just collect 3 volumes at a time. The best thing about them, though, is that they have the original manga chapters that were in Shonen Jump Weekly, colored as they were in the original printings.
Looks beautiful.
Looks so cool. But that's the only thing I wanted to say about that. I want to talk about this daggum episode so badly.
Let's talk about it. Spoiler alert. Let's just say it right now.
It's big spoilers. Now, I want to talk about my only gripe with this episode. I had to go back and watch about 30 seconds of this episode for the weirdest reason. And that's because it is the most poorly paced, unbelievable. It was almost like they just set up the camera for it to, like with a mop, so that it just kind of got the shot, and they didn't have any notes for the editor, and they went home. And it's the shot where Jason is standing at the edge, talking with Hera.
Yeah.
And it is literally a 30-second shot. I've made sure to go and time it. It starts at 11 minutes, and it ends at 11 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
And it is just Hera walking from Jason, talking to Carson, turning around, awkwardly gesturing at the both of them, turning back around, and then walking off set. It is so weird. It's bad.
Okay.
Like it's not even like why like I felt I got rubbed the wrong way by it. It's a bad shot.
Never noticed it.
I did, because I was so invested in like everything else that's happening in the episode that is so good.
I never noticed
And
it.
then there was just this one like wet fart of a shot that I thought was impossible.
I never noticed
Impossibly bad.
I have to go back and see now. You've piqued my interest. 30 seconds.
I will pull it up for you right now.
30 seconds out of a whole show, though. That's
No, I know.
good.
No. That's the thing. The rest of the episode is chef's kiss.
I never even noticed that.
Beautiful.
And I usually catch that stuff.
Okay, so I cut out a clip here where I was showing Eric the 30 seconds of this episode that I was talking about, because I knew that if I didn't, Disney would probably copyright claim the episode. So that just it's not in there. But I just want to let you know. Anyway.
What is that?
Okay, that reminds me if you go to Disney World and you're in like the queue for like a ride, and it's like you're getting ready to go on there, and like it's like an automated thing. It's like, you get to that. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Exactly.
And then the doors open. It's like time to ride. I get that now when I look at it like that. I did not notice that when I was watching.
No, and that's the thing. It is a blemish, a small blemish on an otherwise nearly perfect episode.
All they would have had to done is cut to like a close up of somebody,
or
in
give her
between
a
that.
second take. She could have. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is not a bad actor.
No.
That was just a really bad take.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that now. Was
Go
that
and watch it.
that wasn't enough for me. I did not notice that. I was probably crying.
The rest of the episode is spectacular.
My eyes were probably watering then.
Yeah.
So this episode could possibly be one of my favorite TV Star Wars things. Thinking about it, like Mandalorian, Andor, even the animated stuff.
Do you mean specifically Star Wars or in general?
Just Star Wars.
Okay.
Just I'm just putting this in Star Wars land. We've had so many live action TV shows and everything, and this could rank up there with. And you just pull out some Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof. I see that. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's magnificent.
It really
like
is.
there's a reason, and they knew this before it came out. There's a reason they gave this a limited run in theaters. This one episode,
like 40 minutes,
45 minutes,
maybe not even that. Yeah.
It's everything about Star Wars that you like. And then I've said this before, like if you're a fan of Clone Wars and Rebels, this is a gift to you. Like if you've watched episode 2 and 3 and been like, what happens between all that stuff? And then you've watched the Clone Wars animated and you're like, that's awesome. I wonder what it looked like live action. You get this.
Yeah.
You get a flashback. And
it's done so well. I mean, it's at the end of episode 4, we had a really shoddy de-aging of Hayden Christensen
like a little tease.
as Anakin.
You're like, what's going to happen next time?
And this just blew that out of the water.
Oh, it was perfect. They made this look perfect.
Real. Like it was actually happening.
So you see Ahsoka going into the dimension between dimensions.
The world between worlds.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a force place, and she can keep training and doing all that. Then it flashes back to her young. She's like, why am I here? And now we get to see Clone Wars stuff live action.
Do you know who played her young?
The Thanos' daughter.
Yeah, Gamora's
young Gamora.
Yeah, Ariana Greenblatt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
Really, really
Cuts
good.
to her a little bit later. She's more mature. And you see the Ahsoka we see that's now leading groups of clone
the
troopers
Siege of
and stuff.
Mandalore.
Siege of Mandalore. You see freaking, what do they call them?
Darth Maul's.
Maul DeLoreans.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
Maul horns on. I mean, this is just, you see flashes of Darth Vader in his suit. You see flashes of Anakin. You see Ahsoka battling Anakin in like her trial, basically. You see her looking like she's going to turn. Like you see her will to live. Like this single episode encompassed everything that a Star Wars fan wants to see, whether you're just a Star Wars fan of the original stuff and Darth Vader, whether you're a younger Star Wars fan who's only seen Clone Wars and Rebels, whether you're somebody like us who's kind of in the middle, who's seen it all. Like, this was 45 minutes to where I don't know, other than your 30 seconds that you said, that I don't know if I'd stop smiling.
Shot.
If I stopped
It's a bad
smiling
shot.
and my eyes, I don't know, remember a time when my eyes weren't watering. From the music to the acting to just reliving like things that I never got to see. It's just amazing.
The number of times that I like jumped out of my seat just because of how excited I was to see things or just and it's a very fan servicey episode. So you really are rewarded if you have been keeping up with everything for a long time, like Eric said. However, there's nothing about it that if you've been watching Ahsoka without any prior knowledge of Rebels or Clone Wars, it doesn't leave you out to dry.
No.
You will very easily pick up on it.
It should make you just want to go back and be like, I want to see about them space whales. You know what I mean?
The Purgles.
The Purgles. And apparently the next episode is one of the longest TV Star Wars episodes there is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just blown away. Perry texts me pretty much right after I watched it because I posted about it.
And that's why I waited for you to get done with it before I said anything, because I knew how much it was going to mean to you.
My eyes were watering. April's
Yeah.
like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "I just watched this episode," and I was like,
Star Wars.
Star Wars, I've
Star
been
Wars,
crying.
baby.
Rebels, Clone Wars, everything. Like, this is just amazing. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you haven't watched Clone Wars animated, watch it. If you haven't watched Rebels, please watch it. It's just so good. It's
great.
Like, it's some of the best chunk of Star Wars stuff you can watch.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni you can tell he's a Star Wars fan, and he's somebody that wants Star Wars fans to be happy and get what they deserve. And he freaking done it. He directed this episode, and thank you, Dave Filoni. You have all the free whiskey you ever wanted. If you
Oh my
ever
gosh.
come on this show.
Oh my gosh, I want Dave Filoni to be on the show so badly. All right. New goal.
And so I go from now until whenever.
Until he's on the show.
Yes.
To campaign to get Dave to
Yes.
Timbip.
He's probably like, I don't really drink whiskey. We'll drink water.
Fine, I don't
we'll
care.
drink blue milk.
Well, I'm considering, and I've been thinking about this for a long time, a spin-off of the podcast, or just making it like bonus episodes or whatever, where I'm just interviewing people,
Yeah.
like creators that I love, just without having to talk about bourbon.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
It's really good, by the way.
dude, the first time I had this, I was convinced this could have been a pick.
I mean, it's great.
Yeah. I mean, I immediately thought the Wolfpack pick
Yeah.
from Dad's Drinking Bourbon.
Yeah.
But
Good stuff.
yeah, man. So I think that's it.
That's it. You know what
We
else?
did it.
You know what else? they should do?
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations. You want my other? I got one more.
Oh, okay.
Patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast.
There we go.
For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show. But at $5, you get the bonus stuff. You get a review here that nobody. If you're listening and you're just casually on YouTube, or you just follow the show on the Apple, there's extra stuff that you didn't get. But if you subscribe at $5 a month, you get all the uncut stuff. You get bonus content, all the extra shows, the pregame chats, pours from the floor, simply irresistible. We got a new one called Pop Chicka Wawa, where we review something that we just opened right here.
And we just get real
sexual,
in the innuendos. About it. So
yeah. Patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast. If you want to send us an email, you can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. If you want to get some merch, what is it? My Bourbon Shop?
bourbonshop.threadless.com.
There it is. There it is. Bourbonshop.threadless.com. You can get some Whiskey Mutant merch, whiskeymutant.myshopify.com. If you want to go to all social media at My Bourbon Pod to follow the show, you can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. If you want to get a little bit more personal, you can follow Perry at PRitter1792. If you want to go to Facebook, we got a Facebook group. This is My Bourbon Podcast Facebook group. Answer some questions. We'll let you in. We got a Discord. So if you're on the Patreon, you get access to the Discord, and we're talking in there all the time. We're sharing memes. We're sharing stuff. My Daily Bourbon is being his annoying self in there all the time.
wait, he's not your nemesis anymore.
No, but he's still annoying. He doesn't have to be a nemesis. I'm just stating the facts. But yeah, you can join the Discord there.
My opinion of the man hasn't changed, but I have not made it my life goal any longer to
he's just annoying.
pursue his demise.
He's just annoying. But
He's more of a Vegeta character.
Yeah, he's there. I deal with him, but he's still annoying. But just tell people about us, share the show, subscribe on whatever podcast app you use. You can go to YouTube. You can watch the video version of this. It's going to come out probably about a day or two later if you're listening. And then Perry goes live on Instagram every once in a while. And then when he gets better internet, we'll bring back the live show on Thursday nights.
It's true.
That's it. That's an episode.
That's it. Thank you all so much for watching, listening, subscribing, supporting the show. It just hit me. Next week is a big week of Timbip.
300
It is our 300th
in the new place.
episode in our new place.
How did we time that so well?
I don't know.
Because technically, we almost had this episode in the new place. And it was $2.99. Then be like, 300 we're here, but it's like a new beginning.
New horizons. Yeah.
New make.
so-
new make. Tim picked the new
Yeah,
make.
we're only drinking White Dog next week.
No, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to
Yeah,
either.
something special.
300 episodes. It'll be my 299th because I missed one.
Dang, I'm like one.
You're
like
probably-
120,
probably
no,
something like
110,
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
You gonna
I'll-
have something good for us?
I'll figure something out.
Can we do Pop Chicka Wow next week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna open some
Oh,
Willet.
yeah.
Yes.
We're going to do a lot next week. I think
All
we're
right.
going to do Last Call next week.
Really?
Well, I mean,
I'll figure it out.
we got to do something.
Haven't been there in a while
We haven't. Not since.
since the vortex where where I got like woke up in another car and everything. Like, I didn't know what was happening.
Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. We couldn't have gotten to 299 episodes and even 300 without your all support. Next week, the episode's going to be great. We're going to have a really good time. Thank you all so much. See you real soon. Until then, I'm Perry,
I'm Eric.
and this is My Bourbon Podcast.